Today I'm going to talk about a quality assurance program. This is something you would have in the dental office to ensure that your dental x-ray machines and anything related to radiology is being followed through properly and all your equipment is running efficiently, and that your materials that you use and machines and lighting and all of that is working properly to ensure the best quality of dental images that you can take. There are certain quality assurance and quality control tests that you will use to make sure your equipment's running properly. Some of the tests will be for the dental x-ray machines, the dental x-ray film, your screens and cassettes, your safe lighting, other things in the dark room, and also your automatic processing equipment, as well as your solutions that you'll use in your automatic processor. There are certain tests for each subject or each point, and they are followed through with specific steps and specific results. Usually there's one or two results. One is good, one is bad. One is able for you to use the item or the machine, and the other one you would have to fix, or you would have to repair your machine or your solutions or whatever it is to make sure it's working properly. One of the tests is for the kilovoltage, milliamperage, things like that for the x-ray machine. Another test would be your dental x-ray film, and there's a specific fresh film test you would prepare when you open a new box of film, and you would take one unexposed film from a new box, and you're going to process that film using fresh chemicals. And then when you process it, you're either going to get a result of a fresh film, which will look clear with a slight blue tint, or you will get a defective or a fogged film, and that is usually because of film expiring, or it's just not properly stored or not, and it won't work. You'll have to replace that film. It can't be used because it won't provide a clear image for you. You also have to do a test for your screens and cassettes to make sure that your screen is close enough to the film, and you will just load a cassette and put the film between the screens, and then you'll place a test object, I think it's a wire mesh, and you will position your PID and expose it, and there's certain exposure settings you have to have for exposing that, and they will be in the quality control, or they will be in your quality assurance program explaining what your certain settings will be for the milliamperage and kilovoltage and the time and temperature and all that. So then you will expose it, you'll process it, and you'll view it, and there's either going to be adequate contact or inadequate contact. And adequate contact is going to be where your object or your wire mesh is going to have a uniform density, so it's not going to look blurry, it's going to look pretty clear and all over the same look. And then that is a good film screen contact, and you will be able to use it like that. And then inadequate contact is going to occur, and that will, or if it occurs, it will leave like a blurry image or something that will not look all over the same density, and that's going to alert you that it's too far away or the screen contact isn't good, so you're going to have to replace that, and you won't be able to use that one, or else it won't provide a clear image. Some other things are going to be your darkroom lighting, like I said, which will make sure, or you'll have to make sure that your safe light is safe for exposing your films. You can do a light leak test, and you can also do the safe light test. The light leak test, you will close the door to the dark room as usual and turn off all your lights, and you'll also turn off your safe light, and then you will see if there's any light leaks. You'll either see no light leaks, or you'll have light leaks around like maybe the doors or the keyhole area, or sometimes it's like in vents or something that's letting light in, and you will have to either tape those up with black tape or use weather stripping. And then if there's no light leaks, you can process in that room and you won't have to make any repairs. The other one is the proper safe lighting, like I said, and you can use what's called a coin test to do this. And you're going to take a film and place it, you'll have your safe light on with the darkroom, and you'll place your film 4 feet away from the safe light, and then you're going to, your safe light's going to be off in the beginning, and then you're going to turn your safe light on, and you'll have a coin on top of your film that's 4 feet away. And if the film, when you process it, has the shape or the image of a coin on it, then it's not working properly, and that will be improper safe lighting. And then if you don't have the image of a coin on your film when you process it, it's going to be proper safe lighting, which means you can use it because the safe light's safe enough that you don't have to, it doesn't interfere with your imaging. There's also tests for your processing equipment. You have to make sure that your automatic processor is working correctly, and you have to make sure that the film is appearing clear, and if it's exposed to light, it'll appear clear, and if it's not exposed to light, it should be dark. And if that's not working, then you can't use that film, or you'll have to make sure your processor is working correctly before you can process in it. Another thing you'll check is the processing solutions. You have to make sure that your developer and your fixer solutions are working well. They could either be weak or too hot or too cold, which will cause issues, and you will have to just either replace them, replenish them, and there's certain tests that you'll do either like daily, monthly, weekly, yearly, or other tests just occur whenever, like say, whenever it's needed, or when you can keep periodically checking it, and if it's needed, then you'll change it. But there's a lot of tests that go into a quality assurance program, and these again are just making sure that your equipment is working properly and that you are producing the best images with the best equipment that you can, and everything's up to date. This will keep your patients happy and your office happy and everything flowing smoothly. Different duties will be assigned to different people or dental staff. The dentist is ultimately going to be responsible for any of the issues or any of the safe lighting or equipment usage. They're ultimately going to be responsible, but your dental radiographer or other dental staff can also perform these tests to make everything run smoothly. So I hope this helps.